Hello there you guys, welcome to another of my videos. Going to be giving you my predicted 11 for Manchester United's game against Nottingham Forest at the City Ground. It's the Carabao Cup semi-final first leg. So I'm going to go with the 4-2-3-1 formation. In goal, David De Gea. Some people are saying maybe Tom Heaton will come in goal for this game, but I think we'll stick with De Gea. De Gea was in goal in Manchester United's 3-2 win against Arsenal. He made one good save to deny Edward Nketiah, but in the game against Arsenal, De Gea's distribution and decision making was poor. De Gea is Manchester United's #1 goalkeeper. Don't forget, Man United are looking to extend David De Gea's contract, and David De Gea is willing to accept lower terms. At the moment, De Gea receives £375,000 a week. His current contract expires at the end of the season. There's an option of an additional year. De Gea has endured around 12 years at Manchester United. He's been a long servant. I think there's a chance that he'll finish his career at Man United. Right back, I'm going to go with Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Diego Dalot is still unavailable. He's out with injury. Aaron Wan-Bissaka played in the game against Arsenal. He was at fault for Arsenal's first goal. Aaron Wan-Bissaka left Edward Nketiah totally unmarked in that 6-yard box. But he did make some good tackles in the game against Arsenal, to his credit. I think there's a good chance he'll be departing the club this year. Man United got on Wan-Bissaka from Crystal Palace in a deal worth 50 million back in 2019. He is under contract with the club until 2024. The two centre-halves, I'm going to go with Harry Maguire and Lisandro Martinez. I think Harry Maguire will come in for Varane in this game because Varane did go off in the game against Arsenal. I think he picked up an injury. Varane did alright against Arsenal. He was good defensively. As for Harry Maguire, he's obviously no longer one of Man United's first choice centre-halves following the arrival of Lisandro Martinez. Harry Maguire is not going to be leaving Man United in this January transfer window. He did say the same thing regarding McTominay. He's too inconsistent, Maguire. Revert back to last season, the vast majority of Man United fans were demanding for the captaincy to be taken off him. Man United overpaid for Harry Maguire, got him for 80 million from Leicester back in 2019. When Maguire officially signed for the club, he signed a 6-year contract. And Lisandro Martinez, he put a good performance out against Arsenal. He scored his first goal for the club. It was a header from the corner. The goal came from a poor mistake from Aaron Ramsdale. Left back, I'm going to go with Tyrell Malacia. I think he'll come in for Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw, of course, played against Arsenal. He received a yellow card in that game. He kept Saka quiet at times, to his credit. Luke Shaw is still Man United's first choice left back, even though we brought Malacia in. Don't forget, this season Luke Shaw's played like 4 games at centre back. But yeah, I'm going to go for Malacia. Don't forget, Manchester United got Malacia from Feyenoord. The two centre midfielders, I'm going to go with Fred and Casemiro. They're I think they're going to come in for Eriksen and McTominay. Obviously, they was playing alongside each other in the game against Arsenal. Fred did come on in the game against Arsenal. To Fred's credit, you know, he's had some good games this season, and he's still one of Man United's first choice centre midfielders, despite Man United getting Casemiro and Christian Eriksen. Towards the end of last year, Man United extended Fred's contract by 1 year, and Man United got Fred from Shakhtar Donetsk in a deal worth 50 million back in 2018. And Casemiro obviously missed the game against Arsenal because he was suspended. He did receive a yellow card in the 1-1 draw with Crystal Palace. Casemiro's done well though since he came to United. Scored some goals. Man United got Casemiro from Real Madrid in a deal worth 70 million with add-ons included. The attacking midfielder, I'm going to go with Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes did get the assist for that Marcus Rashford goal in the game against Arsenal. Bruno Fernandes scored against Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. It was a good finish in the 6-yard box. He also scored the equaliser in the 2-1 win against Manchester City. Like I've said, Bruno Fernandes looks a far superior player without Ronaldo in the team. Revert back to when Ronaldo was at Man United, we couldn't get the best out of Bruno Fernandes. That doesn't really make much sense because Fernandes and Ronaldo played together for Portugal. Fernandes, you know, predominantly plays as a number 10, but, you know, we've put him on the right a few times this season. I think, if I do remember rightly, started on the right against City. He's been a United player for like 2.5 years now. Man United got him from Sporting Lisbon back in January 2020. If Van der Beek had been available, you know, I think he could have started at number 10 in this game. But obviously Van der Beek's not available. He's out for the rest of the season with a knee injury. Ten Hag confirmed that prior to the City game. On the right wing, I am going to go with Garnacho. I think he'll come in for Anthony. Garnacho didn't start against Arsenal, but he did come on. Man United are looking to tie Garnacho to a club record 8-year contract, but he's not willing to sign any more than 4 years. Well, he said Garnacho agreed a £30,000 a week contract. Man United, he not so long ago rejected a £20,000 offer. Garnacho's existing deal runs until 2025. Garnacho looks a very good young asset. Don't forget, Garnacho has provided assists. He scored the winner against Fulham. That was last year before the World Cup began. He scored his first senior goal in the 1-0 win against Real Sociedad. And he scored twice in the FA Youth Cup around 7 or 8 months ago now. Ilanga's an option on the wing, but no, he won't start this game. He's no longer first choice. Sancho has recently returned to training at Carrington, but this game's come too soon for him. Sancho was out for like 2 months due to lack of fitness, but it is good now he's back. But yeah, anyway, Garnacho on the right wing. On the left wing, Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford played in the 3-2 defeat to Arsenal. Marcus Rashford scored a stunning right-footed strike from 25 yards out. What a goal it was. He nutmegged one of the Arsenal players. You know, Rashford now has 9 goals in 9 games in all competitions since the World Cup. Don't forget, Rashford scored the winner in the game against Manchester City at Old Trafford. Rashford has took his tally to 17 for the season. Rashford could have had another goal against Arsenal because he had a very good chance, produced a fantastic save from Aaron Ramsdale. By the way, Eric Ten Hag urges Marcus Rashford to stay at Man United and sign a new deal amid PSG interest. PSG have been interested in Rashford for quite some time. Well, Man United are confident of a new Marcus Rashford contract. Rashford's set to receive an increase on his £200,000 a week salary. Man United are reluctant to go above £300,000. Last year, Man United extended Rashford's contract by 1 year, so he's under contract with the club until 2024. And up top, I'm going to go with Wout Weghorst, as Martial is still unavailable because of injury. Martial's been hampered with injuries this season. This will be the 3rd game that Wout Weghorst will be starting in a row. Weghorst, of course, played against Arsenal. He made his debut for the club in the draw with Crystal Palace. Man United have got Wout Weghorst on loan until the end of the season. Besiktas received a compensation fee of £2.5 million. Don't forget, he's wearing the number 27 shirt. So that's how I think Manchester United could line up tonight against Nottingham Forest. The last time Manchester United played at the City Ground was back in 1999. Manchester United won 8-1. Manchester United beat Charlton 3-0 in the Carabao Cup quarter-final to get to the semi-finals of this competition. The goals against Charlton, Anthony scored a stunning goal, and Marcus Rashford came off the bench and got a late brace. Ten Hag wants to end trophy drought. Man United have not won a domestic trophy for 6 years. Man United have won the Carabao Cup around 5 times. The last time we won it was back in 2017 under Jose Mourinho. You know, Man United are coming into this game, you know, on the back of a 3-2 defeat to Arsenal. Don't forget, Manchester United beat Nottingham Forest at Old Trafford earlier on in the season, 3-0. As for Nottingham Forest, they beat Wolves on penalties in the Carabao Cup quarter-final to get to the semi-final. It's a good achievement that for Nottingham Forest getting to the semi-final of the Carabao Cup. Nottingham Forest, of course, drew their last league game with Bournemouth 1-1. You know, I do know the players that Nottingham Forest have got. Nico Williams, former Liverpool player. Kayate, he's injured at the moment. Morgan Gibbs-White, he had injury earlier on this season. Jesse Lingard, former Manchester United player. If he plays in this game, he'll be reuniting with Man United. Alex Mighton, Brennan Johnson. Brennan Johnson is one of the best players that Nottingham Forest have got. Sam Surridge is an attacking player. Lyle Taylor. Chris Wood. Nottingham Forest recently got him on loan from Newcastle. Ryan Yates, he's out with illness. They've got Danilo. Danilo came on and made his debut for Nottingham Forest against Bournemouth. Jack Colback. Serge Aurier. Forest got Serge Aurier from Tottenham. They got Willy Bowley. They signed him from Wolves. Steve Cook. Omar Richards. Omar Richards is out with injury at the moment. Dean Henderson. He's one of the goalkeepers Forest have got. He's out on loan at Forest from Manchester United. He's out with injury until February. Forest have got Wayne Ennis, another keeper, former Burnley keeper, Jordan Smith, and they've got another goalkeeper as well. So they've got around 4 goalkeepers. So there you go. And the Nottingham Forest manager is Steve Cooper. He's been a Nottingham Forest manager for around 16 months. He got appointed in as the Forest manager back in September 2021. He's under contract with Nottingham Forest until 2025. Before Forest, he managed Swansea, and before then managed England's under-17s. But yeah, like I said, I'm expecting Manchester United to win both legs. Newcastle, by the way, won away at Southampton yesterday night, 1-0 in the first leg of the Carabao Cup semi-final. I'm expecting it to be a Manchester United and Newcastle final. So anyway, guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop me comments, like, on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very soon.